ecosystem through leading institutions in health sciences, pharmacy and biotechnology. From AIIMS Bhubaneswar and OU80 to skill centers and proposed life sciences training hubs near industrial clusters. Under the direct monitoring of the Honorable Chief Minister, Odisha has institutionalized fast tracking of approvals and grounding of projects. In the last 18 months, Odisha has attracted investments of over 4.5 lakh crore rupees across textiles, chemicals, renewable energy, food processing, IT and electronics, reaffirming investor confidence in the state. As Odisha advances towards Vision 2036-2047, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology and medical devices will play a transformative role in shaping a high-value, innovation-led economy, strengthening both Vikasit Odisha 2036 and Vikasit Bharat 2047.
Thank you so much. Odisha Pharma Summit 2025 will not just be a policy launch, but a promise of progress, a platform for partnership and a pathway to prosperity. To formally welcome our distinguished gathering and provide the strategic context for Odisha Pharma 2025, may I have the honor of inviting Shri Hemant Sharma, ACAS Industries and INPR Department and Chairman EPICOL, to give the welcome address.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you like this video? Can we have a round of applause for this video? But the best is yet to come, so hold on your applauses for the next few minutes. On behalf of Industries Department and on behalf of Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Odisha, I extend a very warm welcome to the chief guest of today's occasion, our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Majhi, under whose direct supervision, guidance and leadership we have conceived today's event, and we will embark on a new journey when Odisha enters the pharmaceutical and healthcare sector in a big way. I also extend a warm welcome to our Captain of Industries Department, Shri Sampath Charan Swai Mahoday. He is the Minister for Industries, Skill Development and Technical Education. We have on stage Shri Manoj Ahuja, Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, and Srimati Anu Garg, Development Commissioner, Government of Odisha. This event is being organized in partnership with FICCI, and FICCI here is represented by one of the most well-known persons in this industry, Mr. Guruswamy, who is the co-chair of the FICCI Healthcare. But before I go on to the audience, we have two very, very special and important guests with us today. We have Shri Durga Prasanna Nayak, Honorable MLA from Mahakalpada, Kendrapada district. And we also have Shri Pratap Nayak, Honorable MLA Kavi Surya Nagar from Ganjam district. Now, most of you would be curious to know what are these two Honorable MLAs doing in today's summit. Actually, they are part of the pharmaceutical ecosystem of Odisha. They have a huge, immense background in the pharmaceutical industry, and it is because of their intense interest in this that they are participating in this today's event. Sir, very warm welcome to both the honorable members, sir. We also have today in the audience, sir, all members of the pharmaceutical, healthcare, medtech devices ecosystem. I have with me my colleague S. Aswati. She is the Commissioner cum Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department. We have Bhupendra Punia, the Managing Director of EPICOL, who is also the Commissioner and Secretary, Skill Development and Technical Education. We have the Drugs Controller from Odisha, and also the members of Odisha Pharmaceutical Development Cell, which has been constituted by Government of Odisha to steer our journey into this new segment. Sir, in the audience, I extend a very warm welcome to representatives of healthcare, pharmaceutical and medical devices industry who have come from all parts of India. They represent leading companies of India who have made India proud in the pharmaceutical and healthcare sector, and Odisha and India has become the pharmacy of the world, as our Honorable Prime Minister says, because of these stalwarts of the Indian pharma industry. Sir, more importantly, we also have institutions representing the ecosystem, larger ecosystem. We have Pharmaxil here. We also have the institutions in research and development, the Institute of Life Sciences, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Bhubaneswar, the RMRC Regional Medical Research Center, ICMR, and also other institutions. Very importantly, sir, today we have representatives from the leading pharma training institutions, pharma colleges of Odisha, who are present here with their principal, the directors, and also the toppers of the current year's batch. 5 toppers of the class of 2025 from pharma colleges who have come from Ganjam, who have come from Kalahandi, who have come from Raurkela, who have come from Baleshwar, and who have also come from Cuttack and Bhubaneswar. A special applause for the students who represent the pharmaceutical sector of Odisha. So now I would, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, set the context and the background of today's event. First of all, welcome to Odisha, the gateway to growth in the East. Why is it that we are organizing this event, and what value Odisha can unlock for you in this particular sector is what I would present to you in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Welcome to Odisha. It is the gateway to growth in the East. And how do we know that? How is Odisha a gateway to growth in the East? It is our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, who mentioned Odisha will be the growth engine of the development journey of the country in the next 25 years. You know, mark his words. It is our Honorable Prime Minister. He is speaking about Odisha, the growth engine, and the next 25 years. That means growth will happen in Odisha and it will continue to happen in the next 25 years. But what are the next 25 years, and why is the Honorable Prime Minister reposing so much of faith and confidence in Odisha's growth journey? There are 3 defining features of Odisha's growth. Odisha's growth in the next 25 years will be led by the new leadership represented here today, our Honorable Chief Minister. It will be higher, it will be faster, and it will be broader and broader. So what is today's event about? What is today's event about? Today's event, it marks Odisha's entry into the pharmaceutical and medical devices sector. That is the purpose of this event. We are marking our entry. We are opening the game. We are at the first step of starting our journey into this new and exciting field. That is the what of today's event. But where did this event come from? Where did the idea of this event come from? You would be, amazed to know that is the power of leadership of Shri Mohan Majhi. This event was not conceived by Industries Department or Health and Family Welfare Department. It came from the voice of our Honorable Chief Minister here, who on 15th of August 2025, while he delivered his address to the state, to the people of the state, to the citizens of the state, he made a statement, and I would now play a part of the Honorable Chief Minister's speech here for you. Listen to it very, very carefully. Please play this video.
Pharma କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ବି ଅବହେଳିତ ହୋଇ ରହିଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ସରକାର ରାଜ୍ୟରେ ଏକ ଫାର୍ମା କନକ୍ଲେଭ୍ କରିବାକୁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା ଆସନ୍ତା କିଛି ଦିନରେ ଦେଶ ବିଦେଶର ପ୍ରମୁଖ ଫାର୍ମା କମ୍ପାନୀମାନେ ନିଜ ନିଜର ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠାନ ନିର୍ମାଣ କରିବାକୁ ଆଗଭର ହେବେ। ଏହାଦ୍ୱାରା ଆଗାମୀ ଦିନରେ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ଦେଶର ଫାର୍ମା ହବ୍ ହୋଇପାରିବ ଏବଂ କେବଳ ଏହି କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ 2,50,000ରୁ ଅଧିକ ରୋଜଗାର ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେବ।
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of the journey. This event is not planned by Hemant Sharma or Bhupendra Pundia or us Aswati. This is the advice and direction from the topmost leader of the state, our Honorable Chief Minister, and that is the seriousness of this event. That is why these sectors matter for Odisha's growth journey. It was visualized by our Honorable Chief Minister. We are only carrying forward his direction and his advice to you. And why did our Honorable Chief Minister make this statement? 15 अगस्त 2025 और 16 दिसंबर 2025 इसके बीच की जो जर्नी है, ये जो 4 महीने की जर्नी है, अब हम उस पर थोड़ा सा आपके लिए नज़र डालेंगे कैसे इस 4 महीने में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के का जो निर्देश था उसको हमने कैसे कैरी आउट किया. बट why are these sectors so important for Odisha's growth story? Why is it that our Chief Minister wants us to work very seriously for these sectors? It is very important to see the growth of pharmaceutical industry in India. If you look at the growth of pharmaceutical industry, India's pharmaceutical industry is of a very, very large size. And it will grow from $60 billion today to $120 billion in 2030. That is the vision set by our Honorable Prime Minister. Our Honorable Prime Minister says that India will soon become the pharmacy of the world. We, even today, account for 20% of the global generic medicine and 60% of the global vaccine production. In medical devices, again, India is a very important market, but unfortunately till now, 85% of the medical devices in India are still imported. That means there is a huge opportunity for import substitution, whether it is pharmaceutical sector or the medical devices sector. The size of business, the volume of business coming up from 2025 to 2030 is a huge business, and therefore Odisha must make an attempt for this to get a part of this business. But what does Odisha stand to gain? Pharma industry will grow, medtech devices industry will grow in India. What is Odisha's story here? Odisha today is one of the fastest growing economies in India. 44% of our GSDP, the gross state domestic product, comes from industry, which is a very high volume, high percentage amongst more major Indian states in the country. We have good sectoral diversity. Generally, people feel that it is only the mineral and metallurgy sector. Actually, there are many more sectors where we have been successful in the last 1.5 to 2 years. However, the sad story is that, as the Honorable Chief Minister was mentioning, we are lacking the pharmaceutical and medtech devices sector in our state. While we are number 1 in steel, number 1 in cement, number 1 in aluminium, emerging number 1 in chemicals, we have made a mark in most of the new age sectors, but pharmaceutical sector, medical devices sector is still not present in Odisha. अगर आपने माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के जो शब्द थे 15 अगस्त 2025 को उनको ध्यान से सुना होगा, उन्होंने क्या कहा? उन्होंने कहा कि अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये एक ऐसा सेक्टर है जिसमें अभी तक उड़ीसा ने अपनी प्रतिभा को प्रदर्शन नहीं किया. ये बात किसने पकड़ी? ये बात हेमंत शर्मा ने नहीं पकड़ी, ये बात भूपेंद्र पुनिया ने नहीं पकड़ी, ये बात हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर ने पकड़ी. इसलिए हम इस सेक्टर में अपने प्रयास को बहुत तेजी से आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं. और वो कैसे आगे बढ़ाएंगे? आप इमेजिन कीजिए कि उड़ीसा की जो जीएसडीपी है उसका डाइवर्सिफिकेशन होगा, उससे जो जॉब्स की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आएंगी उड़ीसा में, और हमारा जो इंडस्ट्रीज़ का जो बेस है जिसको हम ब्रॉड धीरे धीरे करते जा रहे हैं, इट विल हेल्प अस टू मेक अवर ग्रोथ ब्रॉडर, राइट? एंड मार्क दोज वर्ड्स, फास्टर, हायर एंड ब्रॉडर. This is what we are interested in. What will Odisha earn from this is a broader economic growth and also better opportunities for our students and for our youth. So we know what, we know why. Now let us come to how Odisha charted its entry to this sector. 15 अगस्त 2025 से 15 दिसंबर 2025 तक हमने क्या किया, कैसे हमने इस सेक्टर में अपनी तैयारी की और पूरी तैयारी के साथ आज हम इस सेक्टर में उड़ीसा राज्य को एंट्री करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं। सबसे पहले look at this document. This is a personally signed letter by our Honorable Chief Minister issued to Health and Family Welfare Department and Industries Department. This was done in December 2024. Set up the Odisha Pharmaceutical Development Cell. Create a OPDC. Create that cell to focus on this sector, analyze this sector, and start your preparations for your entry into this event. This was followed up by intense discussions where our Honorable Minister of Industries, Honorable Chief Minister, and our senior leadership were present. Starting from December to April and May 2025, we organized several rounds of discussion. You would see the Honorable Chief Minister leading the discussion with the All India Medical Association, also with Indian Drug Manufacturers Association, also with the All India Medical Equipment Manufacturers Association at Delhi. The first meeting was in Mumbai and the second meeting was at Delhi. This led us to prepare the first draft of our policy. The draft of Odisha's policy was not prepared internally by the department. It was prepared with extensive consultations with leading associations and also with leading companies. That is how today, from December 2024 to December 2025, within 1 year, we have made ourselves ready to welcome you, ready to mark our launch into the healthcare and pharma policy. My purpose of presenting this detailed background to you of last 1 year is to make you understand that it is just not a stray thought. It is a very, very well thought out exercise which we have done, which has been guided by the leadership of Odisha, the Honorable Chief Minister and the Honorable Industries Minister. So today's event, we have learned what is this event about, why this event is being organized, and how we will chart our course to this. But why now? Why today? Why is it being organized today? We are organizing today because we will position ourselves as the eastern gateway of India's pharma and medical devices sector, and we will capture the next wave of high value investments. It is proven, our analysis has shown that India is entering a new wave of attracting investments. Why? Because of several developments which are happening outside of India. The first important development is that the global value chains are localizing. All the global companies, whether they are procurement companies, manufacturing companies, marketing companies, research and development companies, they are localizing the global value chain. No company or no country today wants to depend only on one country or one geography. So if large-scale manufacturing is happening only in China, world cannot sustain. If it is happening only in Vietnam, world cannot sustain. If research is happening only in Europe, world cannot sustain. Therefore, this localization of global value chain is going to happen in the next few years. India will certainly be one of the biggest beneficiaries of this, and India has actually already started becoming the beneficiary. But if from global, you look at this map of India, you will find that most of the pharmaceutical healthcare industry is getting concentrated only in few states. This is the map of India, which is the latest status of how pharmaceutical clusters are spread across India. So you have most of the companies in Gujarat, Maharashtra, some parts of Rajasthan, some parts of Tamil Nadu, some parts of Karnataka. That's all. And nearest to us, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh also have made a big beginning. This is not sustainable. This cannot happen. From $60 billion industry to $120 billion industry, it cannot happen only in these states. Therefore, other states must come on board. Look at this map, you will find Eastern India is entirely missing. Eastern and Central India is entirely missing. This is not sustainable. This is what we have figured out. This is what our analysis is. And we are positioning ourselves as the pharma industry, medtech device industry gateway to East, Central, Northeast India. If a company wants to grow in India, it must be present in Eastern India. And if a company wants to come to Eastern India, then Odisha is the best choice. This is what we are offering to you. Now we have understood what, we have understood why Odisha. Let us see how Odisha is going to do this. How will Odisha succeed? हम क्या करने जा रहे हैं, क्यों करने जा रहे हैं, ये मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश की. हम कैसे करेंगे, हमारी स्ट्रेटजी क्या है. ये स्ट्रेटजी is on 3 points. We have analyzed it. We have analyzed it in absolute detail. जैसा आप लोग समझ गए होंगे कि हम लोगों ने इसमें बहुत मेहनत की है. उसके बाद हमारे लिए हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने एक टारगेट सेट किया है कि आपको ये अचीव करना है. आपने अगर उनकी इंडिपेंडेंस डे की स्पीच में सुना होगा, उन्होंने उसी में हमारे लिए एक टारगेट सेट कर दिया था कि ये आपको अगले 5 सालों में अचीव करना है. उसके लिए हमारी क्या ऑफरिंग है, वो हम कैसे अचीव करें. वाई उड़ीसा एंड वाई नाउ. आवर ऑफरिंग टू यू is based on these 4 parameters. Low cost of doing business, faster development of industrial economy near ports for export, skilled workforce, and best in policy. Odisha is ready to lead Purvodaya in these 4 sectors. Low cost of business, and I will prove to you that we will offer you the lowest cost of business. Cost of land, cost of power, cost of water, cost of skilled workers will be the lowest in the country. Port-based industrial locations to enable faster exports is what we will offer to you, a skilled workforce, and also the best in class policy we will offer to you. Odisha's playbook has these 4 pillars. We have been guided by the Honorable Prime Minister's vision, being translated by an Honorable Chief Minister, called the Vision 2036, and we will offer enabling policy framework, industry-ready infrastructure, best-in-class facilitation, and industry-ready talent and skilling. These 4 important features, important enablers, will help Odisha develop this industry. 4 pillars, 1 strong foundation, and the pillar 1 is our policy, the pharmaceutical policy, the industrial policy, and the biotech policy. Together, these policies, I will present to you later in one slide, are today the best in the country. And our Honorable Chief Minister's advice to us, to me and my team is, if any state is able to do better than us, we must do better than them. So therefore, we can assure you that we will not fall behind in offering you the best policy and the best framework. Industry-ready infrastructure. Look at this map with a bit of attention. Our state has what is called the coastal advantage. We are a coast state on the west, on the Bay of Bengal. We have set up 4 major ports, including Paradip, which today is the largest port in the country in terms of cargo handling. We have Dhamra up north, also Gopalpur up down south, and more ports are coming up. Close to these ports, we have set up very good industrial park, plug and play infrastructure, ready to move in plots starting from 5 acres to 100 acres, which can be given at a very short period of time. This is our Eastern Coastal Highway. Along this Eastern Coastal Highway, the National Highway 16, which connects Kolkata to Chennai. Apart from the ports, again we have set up new industrial parks, some of which are dedicated for pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. On our borders with Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh, we have the Western Expressway. Again, along this expressway, we have set up good industrial parks. And then we have the Central Expressway, which connects coastal Odisha with Western Odisha. This infrastructure, ladies and gentlemen, is served by ports, airports, gas pipelines, workers' hostels, common effluent treatment plants, doorstep delivery of water, power, and connectivity at one of the lowest costs in the country. This is our infrastructure offering. We, in terms of facilitation, our single window services are rated the best in the country. This is the proof of that. This is my Honorable Industries Minister receiving the Top Achiever State Award in the month of November from Government of India for our Go Swift, which is our single window services portal. We have recently set up the Honorable Chief Minister's dashboard. Sitting in his office, our Chief Minister is able to monitor the ground level progress of major projects, and this is accessible to all the departments and to collectors and other participants in our project implementation. This is something which is unique in the state, and this is what enables us to actually fast track development of the projects. The fourth pillar and most important pillar is our skilled workforce. Today, you go to any industrial cluster in the country across sectors, whether it is the chemical sector, textile sector, metallurgical sector, and even pharmaceutical sector, you will find that the most skilled, the most productive, and the most disciplined workers are from Odisha. Go to any place, Pune, Aurangabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Coimbatore, Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, Noida, Kolkata, you will find actually it is the skilled workers from Odisha who are one of the important factors of this growth, and we are strengthening this segment for you today. In this hall today, we have top 10 pharmacy colleges of Odisha with the toppers of their batch, and you go to any company, pharma company, you will find that the leaders of the pharmaceutical industry are actually owe their origin to Odisha. So this is our offering. The last question. So we have the policy, we have the infrastructure, we have the intent, but can we do it? क्या उड़ीसा कर पाएगा 5 साल में? क्या हम उस टारगेट को अचीव कर पाएंगे जो माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने हमारे लिए 15 अगस्त 2025 को सेट किया था? इसका क्या कॉन्फिडेंस है? इस बात को हम कैसे प्रमाणित करेंगे कि ये हम कर सकते हैं? इसका प्रमाण हमारी परफॉर्मेंस से आता है. Right? All of you represent the pharmaceutical medical devices sector. Obviously, we have no presence. I cannot claim any leadership or any performance there. लेकिन पिछले 17 महीनों में हमने क्या किया और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के निर्देशों का हमने कैसे पालन किया और ग्राउंड में कैसे करके दिखाया नए सेक्टर्स में, उन सेक्टर्स में जिनमें जून 2024 से पहले उड़ीसा में कोई खास प्रगति नहीं थी. अगर वो मैं आपके सामने रखूं तो आप लोगों को शायद कुछ कॉन्फिडेंस आए. तो मैं पहला आपके सामने वो सेगमेंट रखना चाहता हूं कि उड़ीसा का क्या ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, पिछले 17 महीनों का उड़ीसा का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड क्या है. ये ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन, ग्रीन अमोनिया और ग्रीन एनर्जी इक्विपमेंट नए सेक्टर्स हैं. उड़ीसा की कोई प्रेजेंस 2024 तक नहीं थी. 2024 से हमने एंट्री की, हमने इस क्षेत्र में काम करना शुरू किया और आज आप देखिए 2,19,000 करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे पास ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन और ग्रीन अमोनिया सेक्टर में आया. किसी राज्य में नहीं है. ग्रीन एनर्जी इक्विपमेंट में बड़े बड़े राज्य हैं, राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश, गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र, तमिलनाडु, कर्नाटका, जहां पर हजारों की संख्या में हजारों मेगावाट के प्रोजेक्ट्स लगे हुए हैं. हमने 2024 में एंट्री की और आज 1 लाख करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे यहाँ ग्रीन एनर्जी इक्विपमेंट में हो रहा है. चाहे वो वारी हो, टाटा पावर हो, सोवा हो, जैक्सन हो, जुपिटर हो, प्रीमियर हो. जो भारत की टॉप 30 सोलर इक्विपमेंट की कंपनीज हैं, उनमें से 12 कंपनीज उड़ीसा में आ चुकी हैं पिछले 15 महीने. ये हमारा क्लेम. और टेक्सटाइल्स और एपरल सेक्टर भी एक ऐसा ही सेक्टर है. जैसे आज हम एक फार्मा समिट कर रहे हैं, जून 2025 में हम लोगों ने पहली बार उड़ीसा टेक 2025 किया था और 33 कंपनियां इस बीच में जून 2025 से दिसंबर 2025 के बीच में 33 companies from Coimbatore, Tirupur, Ludhiana, Noida, Havda, Hyderabad, Bangalore have come to Odisha. और उसमें कौन कौन है? उसमें है KPR Mills, उसमें है जॉकी, उसमें है शाही एक्सपोर्ट, उसमें है स्पोर्ट्स किंग, उसमें है वाइल्ड लोटस, वाइल्ड रिपब्लिक. Today, if you look at textile and apparel segment, in 15 months, we have got the topmost companies who never had a presence in Odisha and now are setting up their factories. Finally, we have the semiconductor and ESDM sector. ये सेक्टर की बहुत बात चल रही है. गुजरात में कितना है? 1. कर्नाटक में कितना है? 1. आसाम में कितना है? 1. और उड़ीसा में कितना है? 4. राइट? कैसे? हाउ? कैसे हुआ? हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी नवंबर में उड़ीसा भारत में सेमिकॉन इंडिया एक ग्लोबल समिट हुई. भारतवर्ष में केवल एक मुख्यमंत्री थे जिनको वहां पर आमंत्रित किया गया, उड़ीसा के मुख्यमंत्री जी को. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारी पॉलिसी अच्छी है, हमारा इंटेंट है, हमारी नीयत साफ है और हमारी मेहनत लोगों को दिखती है. इसलिए आज चुपचाप बिना किसी कहीं शोर शराबा मचाए हुए हमारे राज्य में 4 सेमीकंडक्टर की कंपनीज हैं जो एक्चुअली कंस्ट्रक्शन कर रही हैं. एक कंपनी का प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट हो चुका है. ये 4 सेगमेंट में तो आज से 15 महीने पहले हम कहीं नहीं थे, हमारे कोई प्रेजेंस नहीं थी. हम अपनी पॉलिसी लेके आए, हमें ऊपर से निर्देश मिला, मेहनत करने के लिए, परिश्रम करने के लिए हमें जो सरकारी प्रशासन को जो जिस संबल की, जिस सपोर्ट की पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप से आवश्यकता पड़ती है वो हमें मिला और हम आगे बढ़ गए. इससे आप लोगों का कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ना चाहिए कि फार्मास्यूटिकल और हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर में भी हम अगले 3 से 4 सालों में वही कर दिखाएंगे जो कि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने हमें निर्देश दिया है. वो निर्देश ये है, 25,000 करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट और 1 लाख जॉब्स हम आने वाले 5 सालों में, जो हमारी पॉलिसी का पीरियड है, यहाँ पर करने के लिए भरपूर प्रयास करेंगे. और उसका पहला प्रमाण आज ही हम इस मंच पर प्रस्तुत करेंगे जब इस 25,000 करोड़ के इन्वेस्टमेंट में से 5,000 करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट आज ही यहाँ पर MOU के माध्यम से प्रस्तुत किया जाएगा. So what does this show? It shows that when Odisha decides, Odisha delivers. This is my final slide. This is Odisha Honorable Chief Minister's message to investors. आप इस वीडियो को, ये कोई प्रिपेयर्ड स्पीच नहीं है, ये हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी एक कार्यक्रम में दिल्ली इन्वेस्टर्स कॉन्फ्रेंस में गए थे, उन्होंने अपनी स्पीच कंप्लीट कर दी. उसके बाद उन्होंने अपने दिल से कुछ उनके दिल में आया कि मुझे कुछ और बोलना चाहिए, उन्होंने वो बोला और वो स्वतः स्फूर्त जिसको कहते हैं, उन 4 शब्दों को आप ध्यान से सुनिए.
आप लोग जो भी आप इन्वेस्टर होते हुए उड़ीसा आने के लिए आप तैयारी कर चुके हैं और मन कर चुके हैं, आपको मैं स्वागत करने के लिए उड़ीसा का प्रवेश द्वार भुवनेश्वर में इंतज़ार करते रहूँगा. और आप इन्वेस्टमेंट करिए. मेरा सरकार, मैं और मेरा सरकार आपको भरपूर हमारी तरफ से स्वागत और समर्थन करेंगे. और निश्चित रूप से जो आज हमारा सपना है एक इंडस्ट्रियल हब करने के लिए उड़ीसा को, पूरी तरफ से आपका सहयोग से वो निश्चित रूप से बनेगा.
So that was, ladies and gentlemen, my final slide. So what does this new Odisha? ये जो what Honorable Chief Minister said, remember what the Honorable Prime Minister said in his opening remarks. आने वाले 25 साल उड़ीसा राज्य में नए उड़ीसा के गठन के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट हैं. और उस नए उड़ीसा में वही 3 चीज़ें होंगी जिसके मैंने आपको शुरू में बताया था. हायर, 3 times higher industrial growth, broader, 29 districts we have already covered, 20 plus sectors, we will mark our entry to pharma sector, and faster. In 160 days is our average time taken for approval of projects. That is what our record is. That is what we will do for you. Invest in Odisha, invest in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the clear, compelling and forward-looking vision for Odisha's pharmaceutical journey. Ladies and gentlemen, I would be now humbly requesting one of the leading and most dynamic administrator under whose leadership it has been central to aligning policy, planning, convergence and sustainable growth, ensuring that industrial development translates into inclusive economic progress. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome Development Commissioner cum Additional Chief Secretary, Planning and Convergence Department, Srimati Anugarg ma'am, for her remarks.
Good afternoon. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister, my colleague, Chief Secretary, my other colleagues, Mr. Guruswamy, all the captains of pharma industry, all other stakeholders, including the students who are here. First of all, let me tell you, it is such a pleasure to be here in this Pharma Summit. And as my colleague Hemant mentioned, this is not just a random event. It has been in the planning for the last 1 year, and he explained to you how. But what I want to say is that it is not a random event at all. It is in fact very much a part of the future as well, which means that it is part of the vision that has been conceptualized for Odisha at 2036, that's when we turn 100, and Odisha at 2047, when the country turns 100. And you will be happy to know that this vision document was launched this year by Honorable Prime Minister. And in this vision, I will very quickly tell you that from a $113 billion economy, 9.5 lakh crores, that is our GSDP, we have planned to reach $500 billion by 2036, and by 2047, we want to be a $1.5 trillion economy. At present, we are 3% of the national GDP, and by 2036, we hope to become 4% of the national GDP, and by 2047, 5% of the national GDP. Now, we are growing at 7.2%, which is very good, but at this rate, we will not be able to achieve what we have set out to achieve. And we will have to grow at 9.5, 10%, and it's a huge task, sometimes very daunting, but certainly something which is aspirational and we have set out to achieve. We also plan to create 1 crore non-farm jobs. And why am I saying this here is that for the pharma sector, this is a very important role that we are seeing for you, not just as contributing to the GSDP, not just contributing to the growth, but also to the employment that is to be created. This vision that I'm talking about has been based on 3 pillars. The first pillar is a very expected pillar of prosperity, samruddhi, where we are talking about how we will be increasing the number of ports. At present, we have 3, another 8 in the pipeline, how we'll increasing the airports, the number of flights, how urbanization will go up from 17% to 40% in 2036 and 60% by 2047, and several other things, how industrialization will grow. There are other 2 pillars as well. The second pillar is regional equity, how whatever gains of development are there, how it will reach everybody, both geographically and also some sectors which have been left behind. But it is the third pillar which I'm going to dwell on a little bit, which is well-being. And I think it is this pharma sector which is sitting here that is going to contribute very, very majorly to the well-being part of our vision document. Why are we having this as one of the three main pillars of the vision? Is because we understand that it's only if we are healthy, if the people of Odisha are healthy, that we can contribute to the economy. If we have the best nutrition, can we contribute to the economy? If we live long enough, can we contribute to the economy? So the vision that has been set for health minister was supposed to be here. He unfortunately has been held up. But what we have set for ourselves in health area, this well-being, is that we want to increase the longevity to almost 81, be among the top 5 countries. We want to reduce the out-of-pocket expenditure by 75%. We want to address the issue of anemia. We want to address the issue of non-communicable diseases. And for all that, a large number of schemes are already there. So you are all aware of Prime Minister's PMAGY, Jan Arogya Yojana. So all more than 2,000 packages are there, more than 4,000 crore investment being made in that. Then we have a Niramaya scheme where almost 1,000 drugs of the essential drug list are being provided to the patients, 1,000 crore budget for that. We have Nidan scheme where we give free diagnostics to the people, another 268 crores for that. We have a Sahay scheme where free dialysis facilities are given. So a large number of schemes are there, and so the ecosystem is there, and we are hoping that by the presence of more and more of the pharma stakeholders, we will be able to take this forward. We have to take this forward. This is part, a very critical part of our vision document. The second point which I want to make is just to build on what Hemant just mentioned, is that what is the edge Odisha has as compared to the other states. So I made a little mnemonic for you. EDGE, where E stands for economy, D stands for demography, G stands for geography, and E for ecosystem. So economy-wise, as I mentioned to you, by God's grace, we have now a very robust economy, and Niti Aayog in a recent survey have shown that Odisha is head and shoulders above the other states when it comes to fiscal prudence, managing its finances, resource mobilization. And why am I saying that here? Is that all the incentives that are going to be promised to you, there is a lot of talk about that, and because we have the finances, we will be able to walk that talk. So that's very important for all of you to know that our economy is robust. Second is demography, and Hemant had alluded to it. We have a huge demographic dividend which you can work with, and we have some of the best pharmacy colleges and many, many ITIs and technological institutions which I'm sure you can, utilize for all the industry that you will be setting up. G is for geography, and here we have a 575-kilometer shoreline, which means we also have 3 ports already, some more in the pipeline. This is for all the export that is going to take place. But also, apart from the minerals, we also have a lot of agri-products which some of you perhaps will need for your formulations. And more importantly, we also have places like Gandhamardhan. So today in the newspaper, I think some of you may have read it in Times of India, there is an article on Gandhamardhan. It is said that when Hanumanji was asked to take that Sanjeevani booty to Lakshman, when he was flying, a part of that Dronagiri hill fell in a part of western Odisha called Gandhamardan, and that is a place where we are having lots and lots of medicinal plants, so much so that it is now called a living pharmacy. And again, for various formulations, etc., that is something that can be utilized. So, and E, the other E is ecosystem, which again, my colleague referred to. We have the best of class policies. So whether it is our IPR, whether it is the new pharma policy that is going to be launched today, or the biotech policy. So apart from that, we also have power surplus, water surplus, revenue surplus, and as I always mention, we also have a surplus of the desire to make our Odisha great. So I hope that all of us will contribute to this growth story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful perspectives on integrated growth and convergence-driven development. A huge round of applause, please, everyone. Moving ahead, we will now hear experience sharing from leading industry representatives from the healthcare and pharmaceutical sector. Their insights reflect industry confidence in Odisha's policy framework, infrastructure readiness, and skilled workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, first, I would be humbly requesting to welcome Mr. Sahil Mehta, Managing Director, Infunex Healthcare, a leading pharmaceutical manufacturer with a strong presence in Odisha through its intravenous fluid manufacturing facility in Cuttack. With ongoing expansion into additional units, Infunex reflects deep investor confidence in Odisha and exemplifies the state's growing strength in critical healthcare manufacturing. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome Mr. Sahil Mehta.
Honorable Chief Minister, senior officials and distinguished participants, good afternoon. My family enterprise has largely operated out of Calcutta for generations, but when we decided to invest in pharmaceutical manufacturing, we made a conscious strategic decision to do that in Odisha, and that decision has delivered strong results. In 2022, we commissioned a large volume parenteral manufacturing unit at Ramdaspur Industrial Estate in Cuttack. The project is spread across 6 acres with roughly 1 lakh square feet of built up area and an investment till date of about 70 crores. From an investor's perspective, the interdepartmental coordination we experienced across IPICOL, ITCO, the Directorate of Drug Control, and the various statutory departments has been efficient and solution-driven. I would particularly acknowledge Shri Sharma ji and Shri Kalyan Mohanty ji for always ensuring timely resolution of issues. Basis our experience and the confidence that we have, we are now planning a new unit in Odisha for IV fluids and formulations, as well as a further expansion of our existing unit, which would roughly double our investment in the state. Thank you. To accelerate pharmaceutical investments in the state, we would highlight a few key policy priorities. First, preferential procurement from the State Medical Corporation should be prioritized for quality compliant manufacturers, which is clearly embedded in the policy. To strengthen investor confidence, to have a structured engagement platform to bring together industry and key stakeholders for faster and more coordinated decision making, and thirdly, a regulatory framework that operates at timelines aligned with large manufacturing projects and which seek capital deployment translating into production and employment quickly. Honorable Chief Minister, under your leadership, Odisha has demonstrated that it is open, responsive, and investment ready. We look forward to partnering with the state in scaling pharmaceutical manufacturing, creating high-quality employment, and contributing meaningfully to Odisha's industrial growth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mehta. Please welcome Dr. P.P. Lal Krishna, Managing Director of Visakha Pharmaceuticals Limited, Ramki Group, the flagship pharma park in Andhra Pradesh, spanning more than 2,400 acres. It is one of India's foremost integrated pharmaceutical hubs, hosting global companies and driving investment, exports, and employments. Its present underscores Odisha's strategic role in pharma value chains and elevates the vision of the state in the sector. Let's welcome Dr. P.P. Lal Krishna.
Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha and Mr. Hemant Kumar Sharma, IPCOL Chairman, and other delegates and other officers. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I came from the Visakhapatnam. I operate as a pharma city. It is about to spread in 2,400 acres of the area. So a small presentation is there. I would like to share that if the time permits. It's not there. Okay. Thank you, sir. So this is we attracted more than 100 pharma companies, all multinationals and domestic companies also, first generation entrepreneurs. We attracted more than 30,000 crores of investment. Both we have a special economic zone and the domestic area. And more than 35% of the companies are USFDA approved. We make a revenue of around 25 to 30,000 crores, and a lot of exports also is there. And we provide 40,000 crores of investment. 40,000 people employment also it provides that. More than so many vehicles, traffics and other things also is there. When we deciding the pharmacy here also, we request the external infrastructure for the traffic and other things also should be considered here, which we are facing there. So whatever the learnings we have there, we can implement here. We are planning to sign an MOU here to invest in Odisha Pharma City and to develop further on that. As a madam already told, ours is a $60 billion and it is going up to $130 billion as said by Government of India. It requires a lot of more expansions, more areas to develop industrial parks. Already our Chief Minister suggested that a lot of incentives he is giving. Apart from incentives to attract the industries, we need to develop the facilities and the infrastructure, internal infrastructure like water treatment, wastewater treatment, hazardous treatment, all the things are important so that hassle-free operations will be there for the investors. So without that, it is very difficult, sir. So we have to develop those facilities of amenities and those facilities here in the new coming of Pharma City so that we can attract the 25,000 crores of investment next 5 years. What we have done there is around by 2005 we started our foundation stone, and by 2015 we closed our register of sale. So we got in a record time of the 10 years, we got this kind of investment. We can do the similar kind of thing in 5 years here because we learned what are the mistakes we have done in Pharma City. So those things we can correct it and we can develop here, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for giving the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. We indeed thank our industry speakers for sharing valuable ground-level perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to an important milestone moment, the exchange of Memorandum of Understanding MOU between IPCOL and leading pharmaceutical companies. These MOUs symbolize trust, partnership and long-term commitment towards building Odisha as a pharmaceutical manufacturing and innovation hub. May I kindly request first MD Epicol Shri Bhupender Singh Punia sir to kindly proceed. I request ED Kalyan sir. We have the gracious presence of Secretary Health Department. Please put your hands together for Madam S. Aswati to kindly come and join us for the MOU exchange. Please put your hands together for Ms. Aswati S., IAS Commissioner cum Secretary Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Odisha. First and foremost, I would like to mention that we have divided the companies into 3 categories. Group 1 is about pharma category. Let me welcome Dr. P.P. Lal Krishna himself, Ramki Infrastructure Limited, establishment of industrial park for pharmaceutical industry, to exchange the first MOU. Next, I would be requesting the representative from Granules India Limited to kindly come forward. Specialty chemicals, API, peptides and formulation. We are continuing with the Group 1, Pharma. I'll be requesting Inflanova Medtech. The product or purpose, I must mention, anti-PC antibody diagnostics kit, to kindly come forward. We're continuing with the Group 1. Some Life Sciences, please get ready. Manufacturing and Research Center, the purpose, Some Life Sciences, to kindly come. Can we expect some more energy in the room, ladies and gentlemen, please? Mankal Pharmaceuticals Private Limited, pharmaceutical finished drug product injectable, to kindly come and join us. Silverex Pharmaceutical Private Limited, healthcare and pharmaceuticals. Tropic Resources Private Limited, intravenous fluid. MSurge Healthcare India Private Limited, citric acid manufacturing. Siddhi Sai International, oral solid doses and injectable drug. Lehars International Private Limited, electrosurgical equipment and consumable endoscopic equipments. Sahib Ramka Projects Limited, saline manufacturing, IV saline manufacturing. Star Caps Global LLP, pharmaceutical capsule. Amrita's Healthcare Private Limited, general injectable formulations. Avier Life Sciences Private Limited, nano bubble based manufacturing. R2BD Pharmaceuticals Private Limited, pharma injectable and formulation. Penta One Life Care Private Limited, intravenous fluid and dialysis solution. Wovenova Private Limited, manufacturing unit for non-woven hygiene products. Infunex Healthcare Private Limited, IV fluids formulations. This stands for Group 1. Let me call Group 2, Pharma and Medical Devices. Medipac Global Ventures Private Limited, syringe manufacturing. Suraksha Pharma Private Limited for formulation. Indi Virtues Global CRO Private Limited, formulation. Nikoni Pharmaceuticals, Salbrity and Pabulum Healthcare, Eastern Industries, CPS Life Sciences Private Limited, Jatan Exports Private Limited, Universal Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals, Medispace Innovations Private Limited, Medtel Healthcare Private Limited, Phenoline Ventures Private Limited, ICR Ventures Private Limited, Basin Pharma Private Limited, BBQ Private Limited, Dr. Disha Life Science Private Limited, Dassault Consumer Healthcare Private Limited, Ital Pharmaceutical Private Limited, Das Electronics World Private Limited. Group 3 consists of members of UPMA. I must mention, UPMA represents Odisha's homegrown pharmaceutical manufacturers who are driving local production and employment. The MOUs being signed today with EPICOL underline the state's commitment to strengthening local industry and building a robust pharma ecosystem in Odisha. Utkal Pharmaceutical Manufacturers, Galaxy Medicare Limited, Noble Pharmacare Limited, Jaijit Surgicare Enterprises, Adlis Medical India Private Limited. Thank you everyone. This marks another strong step towards investment realization and employment generation in the state. Thank you our dignitaries. Thank you all the organizational representatives for being a part of this very, very important MOU process. Moving ahead, another important part of this entire event, ladies and gentlemen, we are indebted for the kind presence of a seasoned administrator whose leadership ensures governance, policy certainty, coherence, and efficient implementation. Critical enablers for investors' confidence. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome with a thunderous round of applause Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Manoj Ahuja sir, to share his kind remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Industries Minister, my colleague, Development Commissioner, Mr. Guru Swami from FICCI, Honorable MLAs, Captains of the Industry, my colleagues from the government who are present here, principals from various institutes, students, other distinguished guests. It's a pleasure for us that all of you are present here. And I think it is also an occasion where we can think a little bit about what we mean by Viksit Bharat 2047, what do you mean by Viksit Odisha 2036, and how do we make it possible? The Honorable Chief Minister, as my colleague ACS Industries told, said that we should focus on the pharma and medical devices sector. Why? This is a part of a strategy. When, as a country, we are thinking about manufacturing, you would be knowing that on the global scale, we just produce 2 or 3% of the manufacturing output. China, nearly 30%. Now, how do we, every country is trying, it is not that they will cede space. What do we do? How do we do it? Get a bigger share of this pie. And the strategy behind it, one, as was pointed out, the Honorable Chief Minister has given directions. Let's pick up pharma and medical devices. And I'll give you an example. It's a strategy that we pick up certain strategic sectors where you're aware semiconductors is one, mobile is one, pharma and medical devices is one. The PLI scheme at a national level was announced for it. Policies came up for do it. We are very happy to know about that industrial park in Andhra, which is doing so well. And the results are also evident. You see, in the mobile phone story, all of you know, we were nowhere. In 14-15, the production, the domestic demand, the production we were doing in the country was just 1%. And we were importing the less. I think 78% was getting imported in terms of volume terms. And today, only 1% is getting imported. The point I am saying is because of identifying a thrust sector, giving it incentives, working on it, we've made it possible. Where India is now a major player in mobile phones, manufacturing, ensuring that the domestic demand is met, and then exporting. So this is the first part where pharmas and medical devices is important for the country and for the state, and we are laying down, let's say, a framework for you where you can succeed. Ultimately, if the vision of 2047 document has to be achieved, it is people like you who can make it possible. And how do you make it possible? It may look very simple, that you grow. You grow, you expand, are not only in the national market, but internationally. And by itself, the targets we have kept or the achievements we want would be made possible. Employment would be generated. How do we do it? And what are the other things which are involved? Just 2 or 3 things I'll highlight about the strategy which the government is working on. First is, we should remove hurdles which are there on the path of any industries, which is something as simple as ease of doing business. You would be happy to know that last year at the national level it was decided, and it's a national priority also, that we should make doing business easy for business. We should not create hurdles. Everything has opportunity cost. And out of the 23 points which were mentioned, Odisha ranks first in achieving all those. Just to give you 1 or 2 examples, what does it mean? When you were allocated land, there were restrictions. How much land do you leave for parking? How much do you leave for movement of ambulances, for other things? And for a medium industry, only 20% of the land which was allocated to you could be utilized for your plant. With our reforms, that has gone up to 60%. In case of micro industries and all, it has gone up to 80-90%. So this is just one example I am giving. For an MSME or a startup today in the state, you don't need to apply for a change in land use. It's been made automatic. These are just 2 of the 23 reforms we've undertaking, and Odisha today is the best in the country in terms of these 23 reforms. Not only that, the Honorable Chief Minister has now constituted an expert committee. He said we should not be satisfied with what we have done. We have a long way to go, and therefore my request is, as members of the industry, problems you face, you should bring it to our notice. We've set up a committee for that, so that further steps, which is an evolving process, we should move ahead and do that. Second, whenever you set up an industry, there are a lot of departments involved. There are departments who deal with land, departments who deal with forest clearances, other clearances, the water resources department, the energy department. And I've seen a lot of times we run from here to there, one office to another to get it done. To bring it all together, to ensure all of government approach, to cut down on silos, there are 3-4 things which has been ordered, Honorable Chief Minister has ordered. One, my colleague mentioned, was the Chief Minister's dashboard, where each and every project can be monitored. If there is a time limit given, it should be done on time, and that will be done at the highest level with the Honorable Chief Minister, the industries ministers themselves monitoring that. Second, we also want to, the Niti Aayog came out with a framework, do away with the Inspector Raj. That is also one of the aims of the state. And to enable that, a simple thing which is started is that all the departments, they should not go on their own. Randomly, it would be decided if they have to go, and all the different inspectors or personnel from different departments would go together. It will be online, they should give their report online, and the right to give feedback to industries would also be there. So reforms like that. We're building up so that people work together, and the government as a whole works with a common agenda, which is only one, ensure growth. So that mindset in the government, a growth mindset which ensures that you grow and the country grows, is behind all these things. Third, specifically, which I started with, is about sector-specific strategies. Now, pharma and medical devices, I mean, figures were mentioned that about 20% of the generic drug market is with us, 60% of the global market is with India. There's a huge potential in terms of medical devices, about 85% we are importing. That means the whole domestic market is there. So whatever is required for the ecosystem, the state is committed to provide. One is a very generous policy, the best in the class policy in terms of fiscal and financial incentives. Second is, this policy also allows R&D. We have an ecosystem here which can help you in terms of R&D, Institute of Life Sciences, other institutes are there. We want to ensure that also a robust R&D, incentivize that you can do it. And third, I would just like to tell you about a small, that is for our friends from the medium and small scale industries and indigenous entrepreneurs. In Cuttack, we have a lot of engineering units, and then a common facility center was set up. A common facility center was, what does it do? It has high-tech equipment. So you have CNC lathe machines, you state-of-the-art cutting machines, state-of-the-art bending machines, which a small industry or a small unit could not invest in. So you have these facilities, and we are finding that a lot of those units which were there now are able to produce products which are high-end and globally competitive. Just to give you one example, one unit there has started supplying parts to Sukhoi, which obviously would require a very high precision product. If he's supplying to Sukhoi, next day there is no reason why he should not give to Boeing, Airbus, maybe F-16s, or any global demand which is there for these products. The point I am making is that our entrepreneurs have the ability to become globally competitive and globally the best. And that is where we have to go. And that is where we should go. The government is committed behind you, even the policies we have made. I mentioned about R&D, I mentioned about this. There are other issues which I will not get into, like utilities, infrastructure, ports, getting down on cost of logistics. All that is being worked upon. But Honorable Chief Minister is there, and his commitment is there that we should, get work done on the field. And for that, all our policies are evolving, especially ease of doing business. Any problems industries face, they should tell. We would try and sort it out, work it out. Policies which need flexibility, bespoke policies you want for special something, like we'll be very much interested in the Pharma Park, if you want to do it. That we are open, we would do it. And finally, I think it's a great moment to be in this country. We have a big dream for the next 20 years. And when we talk about Atmanirbharta, we look at Atmanirbharta not in a protectionist sense, that we don't allow things abroad. We talk about our Atmanirbharta when other nations would become dependent on us. When we become indispensable to that, and that can only be possible when we are globally competitive, when we give quality products, when we have R&D and innovation going on here, and all our MSMEs from a small unit to a big unit are part of that system. And I think that is the commitment of our Honorable Chief Minister and the state of Odisha. We welcome you here, and we look forward to working on this journey together. Please dream big. We are here to make your dreams come true. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind guidance and emphasis on governance-driven industrial growth. We will now witness a historic moment, the official launch of the Odisha Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Policy 2025. This policy provides a comprehensive framework encompassing infrastructure support, regulatory ease, fiscal incentives, skill development, governance, and organizational structures. May I request Honorable Dignitaries, Honorable CM of Odisha, Shri Mohan Majhi, sir, to kindly proceed with the unveiling of the policy. All of you are requested to join us in this unveiling moment with a round of applause, good wishes, with warmth. I must mention that this policy will serve as a catalyst for Odisha's pharmaceutical future. The copies all of you can collect from the registration desk post the program. Congratulations to us. Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your kind cooperation. I would be now inviting Honorable Minister for Industry, Skill Development, Technical Education, Shri Sampath Chandra Swai, who being the captain of the department, whose ministry plays a pivotal role in strengthening Odisha's manufacturing system and in building industry-ready manpower. Please put your hands together and let's welcome Shri Sampath Chandra Swai, Honorable Minister, sir, for his address.
Namaskar, Jai Jagannath, Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Mohan Majhi ji, Honorable MLA Mahakalpada Durga Prasanna Naik ji, Honorable MLA Kabi Surjanagar, Shri Pratap Chandra Naik ji, Chief Secretary of Government of Odisha, Shri Manoj Ahuja ji, Development of Commissioner cum Additional Chief Secretary Planning and Convergence Department, Government of Odisha, Srimati Annu Garg Madam, ACS Industry Department, Shri Hemant Sharma ji, Commissioner cum Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Odisha, Srimati Ashwati S. Madam, Commissioner cum Secretary, Skill Development and Technical Education, MD EPICOL, Shri Bhupinder Singh Punia ji, CEO BPL Limited, Senior Member of FICCI Medical Device Equipment, K. Guru Swami ji, other senior government officials, distinguished guests, industry leaders, delegation of FICCI, representative of various industry associations, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to join you today at the Odisha Pharma Summit 2025, a first of its kind initiative by the Government of Odisha to consolidate our collective vision for the future of pharmaceutical, biotechnology and medical devices manufacturing in the state. Under the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and the able guidance of our beloved visionary Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Majhi ji, the convergence which we are witnessing here today of representative of industry, research and development, skilling ecosystem and regulatory practices is exactly what we believe will define the next decade of industrial growth in the sector in Odisha. This Pharma Summit is about laying down a strategic roadmap to anchor high quality life sciences manufacturing, deepen supply chains and create new opportunities for our youth in knowledge-driven, innovation-led sectors. In Odisha, we are clear about one thing: industry cannot grow in isolation. It needs an enabling environment, and our government has been working to build this environment brick by brick. An important lever for that is our enabling industrial policy, Odisha IPR 2022, the Odisha Biotechnology Policy 2024, and the newly launched Odisha Pharmaceutical and Medical Device Policy 2025 have been drafted to enable this agenda. These policies are further augmented by facilitation support through digital platform like GoSwift for faster transparent approvals. We have focused on removing friction from the system and giving investors the confidence about predictability and stability. The industry department, in close collaboration with the Health and Family Welfare Department, Skill Development and Technical Education Department, and our scientific institutions, have identified pharmaceutical and medtech as a focus sector for high value employment generating industrialization. Our vision is to position Odisha as a complete, competitive and trusted destination for formulation manufacturing, bulk drugs, diagnostics, biologics and medical devices. Global life sciences supply chains are shifting and companies are looking beyond single country dependence. Odisha is emerging as a reliable long-term partner with strong infrastructure, skilled talent, research support and a business-friendly governance. We aim to make Odisha the preferred plus one choice. We are aligning skill development with industry needs to ensure companies get talent, get trained, industry-ready manpower from day one. Through coordinated governance, we offer end-to-end support from land and approval to skill and compliance. To industry leader, our assurance is simple: Odisha is responsible and ready to facilitate your growth. Pharmaceutical and medical devices are not just about industry, they are about public health, scientific excellence, national resilience and global trust. Through the Odisha Pharma Summit 2025, we are signaling our talent to reimagine this sector, not in silos, but as part of a broader mission to industrialize, skill, innovate, empower and contribute to the broader goal of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Atmanirbhar Odisha. हमारा यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा है कि जो देश आत्मनिर्भर नहीं बनेगा वो देश विकसित नहीं हो पाएगा। तो इसलिए आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनने के लिए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री का जो विजन है उसको हमारा स्टेट अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर हम लोग उसको आगे ले रहा है। जस्ट मैं एक एग्जांपल आप लोग को एक एग्जांपल दूंगा। 2 महीने पहले गुजरात भावनगर से यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने उनका स्पीच में बोले थे कि चीफ से लेकर के सीप तक भारत ही बनाएगा, भारत आत्मनिर्भर होगा। और ये 2 महीने के अंदर में आप लोग देखेंगे तो हमारा स्टेट को 2 सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री करने के लिए केंद्रीय कैबिनेट ने अनुमोदन दिए थे और 2 महीने के अंदर में हमारा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री ने उसको ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग एक को करने के लिए हमारा सरकार उसको सफल हुए है और वो काम भी शुरू किए हैं। 6M प्राइवेट लिमिटेड एक सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री। और आप लोग को ये भी जानकारी होगा मुंबई में जहाँ पर शिपिंग डिपार्टमेंट का हमारा केंद्र सरकार का शिपिंग मिनिस्ट्री का एक प्रोग्राम वहाँ पर मुंबई में आयोजन हुआ था। वहाँ पर हमारा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री वहाँ पर योगदान दिए थे और वहाँ पर पारादीप पोर्ट अथॉरिटी शिपिंग अंडर शिपिंग मिनिस्ट्री उनके साथ भी एमओयू हुआ है। उड़ीसा में शिप बिल्डिंग शिप रिपेयरिंग का इंडस्ट्री भी उड़ीसा में होगा। तो चीफ से लेकर के शिप तक जो यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी जो आह्वान दिए थे उसको उड़ीसा ही पूरा कर रहा है। और आप लोग को हमारा एसीएस इंडस्ट्री ने आपको प्रेजेंटेशन देने के टाइम में आप लोग को सब ब्रीफ किया है। जे जून 2024 के बाद हमारा नया सरकार आने के बाद अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर हम लोग कैसे डिफरेंट सेक्टर में उड़ीसा अभी आगे बढ़ रहा है। वो टेक्सटाइल, केमिकल, पेट्रोकेमिकल, सेमीकंडक्टर, ग्रीन एनर्जी इक्विपमेंट, ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन, ग्रीन अमोनिया, ये सब सेक्टर में हमको बहुत सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट आया है और हम लोग भी कुछ एरिया में उसको ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग करके हम लोग स्टार्ट भी कर चुके हैं। और एक वीडियो भी आप लोग के सामने हम लोग प्रोड्यूस किया आज, जो हमारा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री ने 15 अगस्त को जो बोले थे उड़ीसा फार्मास्यूटिकल हब होगा। तो अगस्त में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री ने बोले थे, आज हम लोग दिसंबर में उसके अंदर में नया पॉलिसी हम लोग लाए हैं। आज नया पॉलिसी लॉन्च हुआ। फार्मास्यूटिकल पार्क, मेडटेक पार्क के लिए भी आज लॉन्च हुआ। तो 3-4 महीने के अंदर में कैसे उड़ीसा को फार्मास्यूटिकल हब बनाने के लिए जो प्रयास है हमारा सरकार के तरफ से, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के तरफ से, वो आप लोग के सामने है। अभी ओडिशा पूरी तरह से प्रस्तुत है, कैसे ओडिशा को फार्मास्यूटिकल हब बनाएंगे। खाली ओडिशा नहीं, सारा भारतवर्ष में भी जो रिक्वायरमेंट में है फार्मास्यूटिकल मेडिकल डिवाइस इक्विपमेंट में, हम लोग उसमें कैसे आत्मनिर्भर बनेंगे। हम लोग आत्मनिर्भर बनेंगे तो हम लोग समृद्ध बनेंगे, विकसित बनेंगे। आत्मनिर्भर ओडिशा बनाएंगे, समृद्ध ओडिशा बनाएंगे, विकसित ओडिशा बनाएंगे। ये हमारा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री का जो विजन है, तो इसलिए हम लोग पूरा प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं और आप लोग को सब भी हम लोग आह्वान कर रहे हैं, आप लोग ओडिशा में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए, निश्चित रूप से आप लोग को सफलता मिलेगा। और ये मोदी जी का गारंटी है, ये यही समय है, सही समय है, ओडिशा में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए, निश्चित रूप से सफलता मिलेगा। और हम लोग, हमारा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री मोहन चरण माझी जी के लीडरशिप में हम लोग आगे बढ़ रहा है, आत्मनिर्भर बनने के लिए, समृद्ध बनने के लिए, विकसित बनने के लिए। तो आप लोग का सबका मैं सहयोग कामना करता हूँ। थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग ए पार्ट ऑफ दिस जर्नी। वी लुक फॉरवर्ड टू वर्किंग क्लोजली विथ each one of you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir, for your kind remarks. Moving ahead, we will now move to another significant milestone, the launch of the Pharma Industrial Park and Medical Device Manufacturing Park. This initiative will strengthen API and bulk drug production, medical device manufacturing, export-oriented growth, employment generation. May I now request Honorable CM Sir and other dignitaries to kindly proceed to unveil the play, which is based on the pharmaceutical park and medical device manufacturing park. In this momentous occasion, can I expect all of you to please give a very, very big round of applause? A historic moment. Congratulations to Odisha and all the people of Odisha. That's why he is fondly known as People's CM. We are indebted for the kind guidance and leadership of our People's CM, Honorable Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, sir. Thank you for unveiling. Located in the heart of the Khordha-Cuttack Industrial Corridor, the Odisha Pharmaceutical Park is a fully integrated, expandable industrial campus designed for bulk drugs. There are further information, but I would be now requesting the AV team to play a short video showcasing the vision and scope of the Pharma Industrial Park and Medical Device Manufacturing Park. Can we play the AV?
Odisha, a state rapidly rising as a powerhouse of industrial excellence, is poised to shape the future of pharma and healthcare sector in India. With a clear vision to become the hub for pharmaceutical and medical devices, Odisha is creating a globally competitive ecosystem that fosters innovation, high-quality manufacturing and sustainable growth. Under the guidance of the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, the state is developing world-class industrial infrastructure, strengthening supply chain linkages and attracting investments to transform Odisha into a preferred destination for pharma and healthcare sector. In the heart of Khordha-Cuttack Industrial Corridor, the 100-acre pharmaceutical park, which is expandable up to 500 acres, is designed as a modern, fully integrated campus for pharmaceutical allied industries. Strategically located near the capital, the park will offer seamless connectivity, skilled workforce access, and common facilities such as dedicated power substation, common effluent treatment plants, waste treatment plants, solid waste management, laboratory testing centers, research and development, apart from common logistics, incineration systems and other amenities. The park will host manufacturers across the pharmaceuticals value chain, from bulk drugs and APIs to formulation units and pharma logistics, creating a self-sustaining ecosystem for large enterprises and MSMEs. Odisha's first integrated 120-acre medical devices park, which is expandable up to 200 acres in Khordha, is engineered to support precision manufacturing, testing and product innovation in the medical technology sector. Built for high value, high precision manufacturing, the park houses advanced technical facilities under one roof, such as testing and measurement facilities, PCB prototyping center, EMI/EMC laboratory, sterile rooms, biomaterial testing, calibration labs, metrology and standardization support. Both parks benefit from shared high-quality infrastructure such as cryogenic storage, clean rooms, specialized labs and facilities for medium and small-scale units. Together, the Pharmaceutical Park and Medical Devices Park position Odisha as the next big destination for global and domestic investors in healthcare manufacturing. This initiative reflects the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Majhi towards industrial growth, innovation and inclusive development in Odisha.
Congratulations again to all of us. The moment we all have been waiting for. It's my proud privilege to invite Odisha's most popular leader, People's CM, under whose leadership Odisha is advancing with clarity, confidence and commitment, building a future that is industrially strong, economically inclusive and globally competitive. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome the key architect of Samriddh Odisha 2036, Honorable CM of Odisha, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi sir, for his keynote address.
Jai Jagannath, Honorable Minister, Industry and Skill Development and Technical Education, Shri Sampath Chandra Swai, Honorable MLA Mahakalapada and Kavisurja Nagar, Chief Secretary Manoj Ahuja, Development Commissioner Srimati Anugar, Additional Chief Secretary Hemant Sharma, Commissioner cum Secretary Mrs. Ashwati S, MD Pickle Sri Bhupendra Punia, Sri K. Guruswamy, Representative FICCI, industry leaders in healthcare and pharma sectors, and friends from media. Good morning to all and welcome to the land of Lord Jagannath. I welcome you all to Odisha Pharma Summit 2025. प्यारे मित्रों और उद्योगी बंधुओं, आज सही महीने में ओडिशा के लिए ये एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण है, क्योंकि ओडिशा की औद्योगिक इतिहास में एक नया अध्याय जुड़ने जा रहा है। आज तक देश की सिर्फ कुछ गिने चुने राज्यों में ही बड़े पैमाने पर फार्मा सेक्टर की उपस्थिति है। आज से देश की फार्मा सेक्टर की नक्शे में ओडिशा की नाम भी शामिल होने जा रहा है। पिछले साल जून की महीने में माननीय यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की आशीर्वाद से मुझे राज्य के मुख्य सेवक के तौर पे सेवा करने के लिए मौका मिला। हमने तुरंत 2 कदम उठाए। पहला, ओडिशा को निवेशकों की पसंदीदा डेस्टिनेशन बनाना है और दूसरा, ओडिशा में गैर पारंपरिक उद्योगों को भी बढ़ावा देना। मुझे आप सबको बताते हुए बहुत प्रसन्न हो रहा है कि सिर्फ 1.5 साल में ही ये 2 लक्ष्यों को हम हासिल कर लिए हैं। इसी साल प्रारंभ में जनवरी के महीने में हमारी सरकार की तरफ से जो जनवरी 28-29 तारीख 2 दिनों ने हमने शुरू किए थे उत्कर्ष ओडिशा मेक इन ओडिशा कॉन्क्लेव। हो सकता है कि आप में से कोई बंधु इसी सम्मेलन में भाग लिए हैं। उसी सम्मेलन में यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री माननीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की क्लैरियन कॉल था, ओडिशा में निवेश के लिए यही समय है, सही समय है। और इसकी बदलाव 2 दिन में ही 17 लाख करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा निवेश की प्रस्ताव हमको हमारा उड़ीसा में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए वो प्रस्ताव मिला था। पूंजी निवेश में ओडिशा अभी देश की सबसे पसंदीदा राज्यों में से एक है। औद्योगिक प्रगति के लिए हमारा इंडस्ट्रियल इकोसिस्टम बहुत ही अच्छी है। फार्मा क्षेत्र में भी हम चाहते हैं कि ओडिशा देश की एक हब बने। इसी आधार पर लास्ट जो हमारा इंडिपेंडेंस डे, वो दिन हमने हमारा ओडिशा को मेरे जो स्पीच था उसी आधार पर हमने भी वो फार्मा क्षेत्र में कैसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे इसी आधार पर हमने वादा किए थे और वो भी आपने शायद स्क्रीन पर देखे होंगे। निश्चित रूप से इसी आधार पर आज वो दिन जो हमने वादा किए थे और भरोसा दिलाए थे, आज वो दिन आ गया और हम आज हमने 2 कदम बढ़ते हुए आज उसको साकार भी हम किए। आप सबके सहयोग से। आप सब जानते हैं कि पिछले कोई साल में हमने मेटल सेक्टर में, मिनरल्स में और केमिकल सेक्टर में ओडिशा में ज़्यादातर निवेश वो काम करते करते हम आगे बढ़ रहे थे और ओडिशा में ज़्यादातर जैसे भी हम निवेश कर रहे थे और हमने जैसे भी आज उत्कर्ष ओडिशा के नाते देश में सबसे बहुत बड़ा क्षेत्र हमने उड़ीसा में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए जैसे एक माहौल बनाए हैं और मोदी जी से भी हमने दिग्दर्शन लाते हुए काम करने 2 कदम आगे जा रहे हैं और निश्चित रूप से ये हमारी इंडस्ट्री की बैकबोन भी है। पर राज्य की सामग्रिक विकास के लिए हमें और भी आगे जाना होगा। इसलिए हम ज्ञान के आधार पर इनोवेशन की शक्ति पर ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं। हम चाहते हैं हमारा इंडस्ट्री सारे विश्व की इंडस्ट्री के साथ जुड़े और सारे विषयों की शिल्प क्षेत्र में ओडिशा का अपना एक बड़ा पहचान बने। मित्रों, पूरे संसार में भारत विश्व की फार्मेसी के रूप में जाना जाता है, क्योंकि अमेरिका समेत पूरे विश्व को हमारी फार्मा सेक्टर पिछले कई सालों से अपडेबल दवाई सप्लाई कर रही है। आपको याद होगा जैसे 2019 में जो कोविड-19 के समय पे माननीय मोदी जी की फार्मा डिप्लोमेसी के तहत भारत ने 100 से भी ज़्यादा देशों को दवाई की सप्लाई किए थे। और मैं आप सबको बताना चाहता हूं कि ओडिशा की इकोसिस्टम संपूर्ण रूप से उद्योग अनुकूल है। उद्योग के लिए जो जो चाहिए ओडिशा में सब कुछ उपलब्ध है। ओडिशा में देश के सबसे ज़्यादा खनिज है। ओडिशा में 3 बड़े बंदरगाहों, 2 कमर्शियल एयरपोर्ट, 575 किलोमीटर की समुद्री तट, अच्छा रेल और रोड नेटवर्क, सरप्लस पावर, पर्याप्त पानी की अवेलेबिलिटी, और सबसे बहुत बड़ा बात है कि ओडिशा एक शांतिपूर्ण राज्य है और स्थिर सरकार भी हमारा है। हमारे पास जो स्थिर सरकार और डबल इंजन की सरकार, इसके साथ साथ हमारा पास प्रशिक्षित मानव संबल भी है। हमारी सरकार आते ही हमारे लिए सबसे जरूरी था पॉलिसी का परिवर्तन, और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने भी जो पुराना पॉलिसी हर क्षेत्र में जो एक्ट के नाते भारतवर्ष में और उड़ीसा में काम कर रहे थे, इसी पॉलिसी का पुराना पॉलिसी का नाते हमने काम को थोड़ा सही समय पर, और हमने जैसे एट द प्रॉपर टाइम हम काम करने के लिए चाहते हैं तो काम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। इसलिए मोदी जी ने हमको ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के नाते पॉलिसी को थोड़ा अमेंडमेंट करना, और जैसे इंडस्ट्री रेडी करने के लिए जो भी हमको चाहिए, जो भी हमको इंसेंटिव देना है, जो भी हम उसको फैसिलिटी देना है, सारी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाते हुए सामने रखते हुए काम करने के लिए इसी आधार पर हमने आज जो काम कर रहे हैं, निश्चित रूप से इसी आधार पर हमने जो काम कर रहे हैं ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के बारे में, आज हमको 23 प्रोग्राम्स अमेंडमेंट करने के लिए मोदी जी ने दिए थे। और एक खुशी की बात है कि हमने इसी आधार पर हमने देश में पहला राज्य उड़ीसा बने कि 23 के 23 प्रोग्राम को हमने किसी को हमने अमेंडमेंट करते हुए और किसी को ऑर्डिनेंस करते हुए और किसी पॉलिसी को हमने अप्रूव करते हुए उसको पास कर दिए। जैसे मोदी जी ने बोले, निश्चित रूप से उड़ीसा इसमें से सबसे आगे है। और इसी आधार पर हमने राज्यों की इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी, फार्मा पॉलिसी में जरूरी परिवर्तन जो हमने आज कर रहे हैं। हमारी फार्मा पॉलिसी देश की सबसे अच्छी पॉलिसी में से आज एक है। इसी तैयारी के साथ आज हम अपने सब उपस्थिति में ओडिशा फार्मास्यूटिकल्स एंड मेडिकल डिवाइसेस पॉलिसी 2025 की शुभारंभ भी आज हमने आप सबके सामने किए हैं। इसमें रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का वित्तीय भूमि का निर्माण, रोजगार आदि फार्मा क्षेत्र के हर घटक पर प्रोत्साहन दिया गया है। हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि ये सब सुधार के साथ मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि ओडिशा की फार्मा सेक्टर अगले कुछ सालों में नई ऊंचाई छुएगा। गुणवत्ता और दाम में हमारी फार्मा प्रोडक्ट जैसे विश्व में सबसे आकर्षणीय होगा, और मेड टेक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में भी जैसे ओडिशा का नाम होगा। इसीलिए फार्मा इंडस्ट्री को जो भी चाहिए हम देने पूरी तरह तैयार हैं। फार्मा निवेशकों को मेरा अनुरोध है, आप निश्चित रूप से ओडिशा आइए इंडस्ट्री सेटअप करने के लिए, और आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आपको सभी ज़रूरत है, हम जरूर इसको पूर्ण करेंगे। ये हमारा गारंटी है, आपको कभी पीछे मुड़ के देखना नहीं पड़ेगा। इसके साथ आज खर्दा जिले में 2 सेक्टर पार्क का भी शुभारंभ किया गया है। ड्रग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए एक फार्मा पार्क और एक मेडिकल डिवाइसेस पार्क। इन दोनों पार्क में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट स्थापन के लिए जमीन है, रास्ता, पानी, बिजली, कॉमन यूटिलिटी सेवाएं भी उपलब्ध है। टेस्टिंग लैब है, वेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट फैसिलिटी भी है, सब है। आप सीधा आएंगे और अपना यूनिट बसाएंगे, प्लग एंड प्ले। पॉलिसी के साथ साथ हमारा सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम गो स्विफ्ट आपको जल्दी ही पूरी स्वच्छता के साथ जरूरी मंजूरी प्रदान करेगा। ओडिशा में आज देश में सबसे 2 नंबर एम्स, IIT भुवनेश्वर, नाइजर और बहुत सारे मेडिकल इंजीनियरिंग और बायोटेक इंस्टीट्यूट्स है, जहां आप काम करने के लिए अच्छी मानव संबल पा सकते हैं और रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए भी अच्छा फैसिलिटी आप सब लोगों को मिलेगा। मेडटेक इंडस्ट्री के लिए हम इंडस्ट्री और एकेडेमिया की पार्टनरशिप को प्रोत्साहन देंगे और टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर को भी फैसिलिटेट करेंगे। भुवनेश्वर के पास आपको बड़ी बंदरगाह और लॉजिस्टिक सपोर्ट भी आपको मिलेगा। मित्रों, आप सबको मालूम होगा कि ओडिशा विशेष रूप से ट्विन सिटी हमारा जो कटक भुवनेश्वर को निश्चित रूप से पूर्व भारत को हेल्थ कैपिटल की रूप में जाना जाता है। इसी आधार पर हमने उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के साथ साथ पूरा एक अच्छा डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए आपका इंडस्ट्री को इसी जगह के अंदर, जैसे हमने एक CRRR वो कैपिटल रीजन रिंग रोड भी हमने आज केंद्र से जो डिमांड किए थे, केंद्र कैबिनेट में वो अप्रूवल हुआ। वह 8,500 करोड़ की भी एक बहुत बड़ा आपका जो रिंग रोड हो रहा है, 6 लेन की, 111 किलोमीटर की, जैसे खोर्धा का आगे जो है उनसे लेकर खोर्धा, भुवनेश्वर, कटक, चौद्वार जो भी म्यूनसिपालिटी और कॉरपोरेशन है उनसे आगे तक हमने ले जाएंगे। और उसी क्षेत्र में जो चंदका हमारा जो अभयारण्य है उनके साथ साथ जो भी बहुत बड़ा एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है, लैंड है, पानी है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और कुछ डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए हमको अभी बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रहा है। इसी जगह में भी हमको बहुत बड़ा जो ट्विन सिटी के नाते जो हमने डेवलप कर रहे हैं वो हमारा हेल्थ कैपिटल के रूप में निश्चित रूप से आगे बनता जा रहा है। और उड़ीसा में भी जो हमने बोल रहे थे अभी एम्स को मिलाकर 15 गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज और हॉस्पिटल, कोई सारे प्राइवेट मेडिकल कॉलेज और हॉस्पिटल भी अभी खड़ा हो गया है। बहुत सारे सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल के साथ भुवनेश्वर और आसपास में कोई सारी नई प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल भी खुल रहे हैं। तो आपको यहाँ एक रेडीमेड डोमेस्टिक मार्केट भी मिल रहा है। जैसा कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की लक्ष्य है 2027 के अंदर देश बनेगा विकसित भारत, इसलिए हर क्षेत्र में वो विकास की नई पहलू पर काम कर रहे हैं। आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लिए उनका प्रोडक्शन लिंक्ड इंसेंटिव्स या PLI स्कीम बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है। मोबाइल और बहुत सारे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में भारत आज आत्मनिर्भर बन गया है। फार्मा क्षेत्र में तो हम ऐसे ही आत्मनिर्भर पहले से ही है। ये नया भारत है, मोदी जी का भारत सभी क्षेत्रों में अच्छा बनेगा और विश्व का मार्गदर्शन करेगा। हम 2036 तक समृद्ध ओडिशा निर्माण के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। ओडिशा पूर्व भारत की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब बनाने के लिए तैयार है। इसी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में फार्मा सेक्टर एक बहुत बड़ा योगदान देने वाला है। ये सपने को साकार करने के लिए आज 20 से भी ज़्यादा देशों की नामी प्रतिष्ठानों ने अपना हिस्सेदारी देने जा रहे हैं। आज लगभग वहाँ 6,000 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा हमारा जो MOU साइन हुआ और करीब 6,263 करोड़ की इन्वेस्टमेंट हमने करने जा रहे हैं और नंबर ऑफ MOUs हुआ फार्मा सेक्टर में 32, मेडटेक में 12 और इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क में 1। इसमें से 6,263 करोड़ की इन्वेस्टमेंट आज हम करने जा रहे हैं और एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी इसी आधार पर 38,406 इसी आधार पर हमने उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए एक बहुत पक्का सुनिश्चित कर लिए हैं। और सब आपका जो वहाँ आए हुए हैं प्रस्ताव जो हमारा पास आ चुका है, इसमें से टोटल 25,000 करोड़ की जो संभावना है प्रस्ताव आ चुका है। निश्चित रूप से हमने इसी आधार पर जैसे अगले दिन में उसको हम सुनिश्चित करेंगे और निश्चित रूप से जैसे जो हमारा आज इतना जो हमारा निवेश हो रहा है फार्मा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, मेडिटेक यूनिट, फार्मा इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क की, और निश्चित रूप से आज निर्माण होने के एक रास्ता खुल गया है। ये सब जब संपूर्ण होगा कम से कम हमने बोले थे 40,000 के आसपास रोजगार का सृजन होगा और हमारा उड़ीसा की नई जो युवाओं को हम उसको जॉब और एम्प्लॉयमेंट करने के लिए भी एक सुनिश्चित कर रहे हैं। आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई और शुभकामनाएं। कम इन्वेस्ट इन ओडिशा, क्योंकि यही समय है, सही समय है। आई इन्वाइट you all to join us in shaping the transformative journey of Odisha. Thank you. Bande Utkal Janani. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
On the huge success of Odisha Pharma Summit 2025, in order to convey heartfelt thanks and warmest regards, members of UPMA, Utkal Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association, wants to present a huge garland as a token of respect and sincere gratitude to Honorable CM Shri Mohan Majhi sir. I would be requesting members of UPMA to kindly come and join us on the dais, and I request Honorable CM sir to kindly come forward and receive this token of appreciation and gesture of love and respect for our people CM Shri Mohan Charan Majhi sir. Please put your hands together, everyone. The big garland as a symbol of respect, love, and of course, the success of this summit will definitely help all the stakeholders and everyone associated. Thank you, members of UPMA. Thank you so much. Thank you, Honorable CM sir. I request other delegates and everyone to kindly be seated. We have the presence of Ms. Aswati S. IAS, Commissioner cum Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Odisha. I would be requesting ma'am to kindly convey the vote of thanks.
आपण माने समस्तों को मोर नमस्कार। ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री मोहन चरण माझी जी, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर फॉर इंडस्ट्रीज एंड स्किल डेवलपमेंट श्री संबत चंद्र स्वाई, रेस्पेक्टेड चीफ सेक्रेटरी डेवलपमेंट कमिश्नर, ऑनरेबल MLA कबिसूर्जनगर, ऑनरेबल MLA महाकलपड़ा, distinguished industry leaders, senior officers, academicians, representatives from hospitals and healthcare institutions, officers, and esteemed media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. It's my proud privilege and an honor to extend a vote of thanks on this momentous day of the Odisha Pharma Summit 2025. Today truly marks a historic milestone in the journey of Odisha under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister. During his Independence Day address, our Honorable Chief Minister had announced that the state would bring forth a dedicated pharmaceutical and medical devices policy and to host a Pharma Summit in Odisha, and today marks an emphatic step in realizing that vision. This summit witnessed the unveiling of the Odisha Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Policy 2025, along with the launch of the Odisha Pharma Park and MedTech Park, three landmark milestones that lay the foundation for a self-reliant, innovative and globally connected healthcare manufacturing ecosystem in our state. I take this opportunity to convey our deepest sense of gratitude to our Honorable Chief Minister for his steadfast vision and guidance that made this event possible. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend our warm sense of gratitude to the Honorable Minister for Industries and Skill Development for his visionary leadership. Our deep sense of gratitude to the Honorable MLAs for graciously accepting our invitation to be present with us today. We would like to thank the Chief Secretary, Shri Manoj Ahuja, and Development Commissioner, Srimati Anu Garg, for their unwavering support and guidance for this event. A special word of appreciation to the Industries Department, led by the Additional Chief Secretary, Shri Hemant Sharma, IDCO, especially IPCO, led by Bhuvendra Punia and their dedicated teams for their seamless preparation, meticulous coordination and flawless execution. Thank you so much. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the industry leaders, investors, MSMEs, startups and global partners who have joined us today, and to the media fraternity for sharing Odisha's story for innovation, resilience and opportunity with the nation and the rest of the world. Once again, I thank you all and hope and trust that all of you would be part of the higher, faster and broader Odisha's growth story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We convey our heartfelt thanks and regards to Honorable CM Sir and dignitaries present on the dais, delegates, everyone for being a part of this defining journey. Together, we had witnessed a moment, a defining moment in fact, where policy made possibilities, where science aligned with sustainability, and definitely Odisha will step forward as India's next pharmaceutical powerhouse. Congratulations everyone. Bande Utkal Janani. On this note, I, Mohan Majhi, signing out, thanking all the dignitaries for their kind presence and valuable additions. Thank you so much. Thank you each and everyone. Have a great day ahead.